All right. Good morning, friends. It's Peggy Hall here from the healthyamerican.org. And this is the Healthy American Morning. And I'm glad that you are here with me this morning. Today is, double check the date here. Well, I know it's Friday, and it is October 8th, 2021. We are full swing into our fall. And I am recording or coming to you live here from Southern California. We had quite a rainstorm last night. Everything smells fantastic this morning. And I am so happy to be here with you. On this show, this is where we celebrate our PMO, Positive Mental Outlook, where we learn how to take every thought captive and decide whether or not we want to think that thought. And we also analyze our feelings, our emotional well-being. How am I feeling? Why am I feeling that way? Do I want to feel that way? How can I express those feelings and release those feelings? And how can I use all of my life experience to help me keep moving? And I call it kick harder and swim faster when those evildoers are trying to pull your ankles underwater. This is a sponsored show, and I want to give a thank you to the sponsor of Peggy to the Rescue. So let me share my screen, and we are going to hop right on over to glowwithpeggy.com. Thank you, everyone, for your feedback. The message I have for you is surveys show 35% of people don't think their anti-aging cream works. The truth is, the anti-aging industry is filled with exaggerated claims, but there's a secret. That secret is Glow with Peggy, which is one of the best anti-aging serums I've ever tried. You'll see it's actually called Ageless Glow, and you can get it at glowwithpeggy.com. I began to look and feel younger in no time after routinely using this. Thousands of Glow with Peggy users all over America have the same experience, and I know that because you've been telling me. I highly recommend Glow with Peggy. You can try it today for 38% off by going to www.glowwithpeggy.com. All right, everyone, a big welcome to you all. Peggy Hall here from the healthyamerican.org. I was about to say Peggy to the Rescue. Peggy to the Rescue is this afternoon at 3 p.m. And that's where we roll up our sleeves. We roll up our sleeves and we dive into those remedies and resources and solutions and strategies and tips and tools and techniques about your current day, about what's going on in our current events and politics and the oppression and the tyranny. This morning, I want to leave that all behind. Would you do me a favor? Let's just sail away from that. Let's speed away from that like a speedboat. Leave it in our wake for these 25 minutes that we spend together. Thank you to the moderators who will keep this stream on track and keep this stream in a positive way. So your questions about religious exemptions and all of that, go to my playlist. It's called Religious Exemptions. And I have over 80, probably going on 90 or more videos that answer each of your questions. Now, the way I teach is through video. That is my primary way of teaching. I do have documents for you. I have lots of documents over at thehealthyamerican.org, but primarily I am coming to you and sharing with you my knowledge, experience, wisdom, resources, remedies through video. That is how I prefer to teach and I prefer to learn. I understand not everybody does. I understand I just want the answer. I just want the written answer. I have that for you too. And that's over at thehealthyamerican.org. And why don't we do that real quick? And then we'll get right into the show. So what I want to show you is we will go over to I don't want anyone to miss out. Oops. I don't want anybody to miss out on their knowledge and their important resources right here on the homepage. You don't have to go anywhere other than go here, click and watch this 90-minute video all about your religious rights. That's all I'm going to talk about today along those lines. This has over 100,000 views. Real coffee, half a cup today. Let me know what you're drinking. Let me know where you're tuning in from. And this is for you to watch and learn from, and for your employer to learn from. It pains me when I hear that anyone is being discriminated against. I cannot stand injustice or discrimination. I'm not talking about social justice. That's a fake construct. I'm talking about the actual word justice, which is the equal application of the law. 22 ways to get help and make a difference. Free fact sheet, free educational videos, free documents. So you can get all of that for free. And you can also quickly go over to religious exemptions. And I've got all of that for you. If you want to join us in the professional services, where that is a class that you can join for a fee, we do that. We're doing it tomorrow morning at 8:30 in the morning. So there was a slight change for any of you that are in the concierge program. Leave a link in the comment there or a comment in the chat and let us know how you are liking that consulting program. It is so much fun. We interact, you get to connect with people, and Pastor David is on with me, and we dig into all of your issues. And, you know, I have all of these success stories, but I want to tell you, it's not 100%. I heard from a dear Healthy American last night, and I was up at all hours because I was so distressed to hear this. He and his wife both submitted their religious exemption. Remember, you're not requesting, you're invoking it. Here I am getting into politics, but it has to do with your PMO, your positive mental outlook. They submitted the same information, basically, and his wife was approved, and he was denied. And he wasn't denied because it'll be a hardship. He was denied because they said, well, we don't believe you. Well, you don't have the right not to believe me. All right, your belief does not supersede my belief. And I'm going to talk all about that tomorrow on the show, about exactly how to fill out your forms and what to do when they say, well, I don't believe that. Well, who are you to usurp God's authority? Who are you to look into the heart and soul of man? So you're telling me that you know more than I do about my religious beliefs. I will not stand for it. Yeah, I was up late last night. I will tell you that it's not 100%. There is no guarantee when you're dealing with criminals. These employers are criminals. And the only thing I can do, not the only thing, the most important thing I can do is give you the education that you need to fight back. This is 90 minutes of everything you need to know, and it's free. So for our lovely Healthy Americans, when a new Healthy American hops on board and they don't know about the Healthy American, please direct them to this free 90-minute video. They need to watch this. I will not answer any questions until they have watched this video, because I put in time, effort, energy, my own time to research this, to create this, to make it available. Here it is. Use it with my blessings, and then send it to your employer. It's actually directed to the employers. Let's see how many. Here it is. And I filmed it live. And well, that's interesting, because yesterday it showed me that it had 110,000 views. You know, YouTube loves to erase views. I don't care about the number of views. What I care is the shenanigans going on with these public platforms. And so that it looks like not as many people have been reached. I probably would put a number 1 in front of that, or maybe I'd put a 0 at the end, because this information is getting out and these employers do not like it. That's all I'm going to say about any of that. We are going to stop right now, and we are going to hop right back on over to our positivity. So let's see who's on the stream this morning. What I'm going to share with you is, gosh, it looks a little dark here. What I'm going to share with you is the follow-up to my story yesterday, which was all about what happened when I went through some grief and regret selling my mom's house. So if you are new to the channel and you want to pick up where we left off, I encourage you to watch that after you're off this show, to hear all about how you can change regret to relief, and how I was struggling. And I heard from some of you saying, Peggy, I'm going through that exact same thing right now. So let's see who is on the stream with us this morning. Thank you, everybody, for the thumbs up. We have over 100 people watching. We want over 100 thumbs up on that like button, because then more people will see this video. It will show up in their stream. And Constitution Vet says, hi, Peggy. My mom and I are using your amazing resources to fight our employer jab. Uh-oh, don't use the M word. You're going to say the illegal measure, the unlawful demand. I like to use the word measure. Let's remove the power that we're giving these evildoers by calling this request or requirement of your employer something other than what it is. It's a measure. It's a policy. We don't use the other M word. So just a little tough love there on that. I'm so glad that you're using that. I'm so glad that you're on board here. And thank you for being a vet. Really appreciate that. And Debbie and Teresa says, I'm your morning sanity. Teresa, you all of you Healthy Americans are my morning sanity. I look forward to it. It's a highlight of my day. And Jennifer says, what got you into BioTrust as a company? Well, let me talk about that. For the last 20 years, I've been a health and wellness consultant and coach. and expert. And I'll tell you guys, I might have mentioned this on an earlier show. I spent about 8 years as the health and wellness expert for the ABC radio network, and the health and wellness expert, yeah, for the network. And I had a daily show on the radio, and that was broadcast coast to coast. And I would bring little tips, kind of like this, but also related to your health, about how to get a good night's sleep. And yes, I talked about medical interventions that are best to be avoided. And I was one of the first voices that talked about, you know what? These are things I can't talk about on this channel. We're not allowed on YouTube to talk about natural remedies and all of that. But I'll just say that's what my profession was all about: natural healing and natural living and natural weight loss and natural beauty and all of that. So I created my own products. I actually had my own youth serum called Youth Serum, Peggy Hall's Youth Serum. And I made my own other supplements. I had something called fat burning fiber, and then I had something called energy fiber. And I sold these products, and I handcrafted them with these hands. And I spent a lot of time and a lot of effort. And I did have a local bakery create my fiber, because that had to be made something that you eat. And we did all of the shipping, all of the inventory, all of the marketing, all of the sourcing of the products. And that was my full-time work while I was working at the university and colleges with all of my other teaching gigs. So it was such a time-intensive endeavor that my husband, Pastor David, said, "Peggy, your products are awesome. Everybody loves them. You can barely keep them in stock, but you've got to find another way." That's what we talked about this week. There's always another way, and I'm going to find it. And I said, "I know, but I love it. I can't leave everybody high and dry." And he said, "Wouldn't it be amazing if you had a company come to you saying that they wanted to put your name on their products that you liked, used, and enjoyed, and then you could still bring this similar products out to others, and you wouldn't have to be working your fingers to the bone? Wouldn't that be amazing?" And I said, "Well, if that's God's will, I'm all open to it. But I love my customers, I love my products, and I really don't want to let that go." And so I'm answering here. Who was asking me? Oh, Jennifer. So about a year and a half ago, when I started my YouTube channel, The Healthy American, focus on the healthy in mind, body, and spirit, and also a link to my business called Living Swell with Peggy Hall, because it's not just about living well. You want to live swell. You want to be thriving. And that is the name of my backup channel on YouTube, Living Swell with Peggy Hall. If you cannot find me on the Healthy American Peggy Hall, you can find me over at Living Swell, unless I get a strike on that channel. If you're watching this as a replay, some of you may be watching it on Living Swell. Please catch the show live at the Healthy American Peggy Hall. So as I was broadcasting my shows and the channel was growing and people were resonating with my message, lo and behold, I have been contacted, and I still am contacted on a very frequent, regular basis with people saying, "We would like you to promote our products." And I'm very, very picky about my sponsors. I have many people that I've said, "Thank you very much, it's not a fit." So when BioTrust came to me and they said, "We would like to sponsor you," I said, "Well, let me learn more. Tell me more." That's one of my other phrases. Tell me more. I want to hear more. And they sent me their products to try out. And I actually have many of their products that I promote, along with the Health with Peggy and Age with Peggy. So I've got Glow with Peggy, Keto with Peggy. So you'll see all of those as sponsors on the show as we go forward. These are products that I personally use, I like, and I trust. I normally show them to you on screen. And that is how BioTrust came to me. So I am thankful for the sponsorship, because that allows me to bring you these shows. It costs a lot of money to have a YouTube channel at the level that I do, because it is my full-time job. I bring at least 2 new videos daily, if not more. And I have an entire vault of over 1,000 videos that I've made in this year alone. And that does not even count all of the countless videos that I've done on Facebook and Instagram. So if you guys are on Facebook and Instagram, I like to go live there. And I used to have a daily show called PMO with Peggy Hall, Positive Mental Outlook. And that was on Facebook. I recorded it live on Facebook, just on my phone every morning. And I thought, let me recreate that now as part of the Healthy American. And thanks to my sponsors at BioTrust, I'm able to do that, because it costs money for running this type of business. And then I am able to continue to do it Plus, I like their products. I want to bring that message out, and I don't have to work my fingers to the bone handcrafting those products. Now, I still do have a few of those going on. And if you are interested, you can drop me a note at support at thehealthyamerican.org. Please be patient with our responses. If you somehow get a hold of my personal email address and you email me, it's very unlikely you will hear back from me. I do endeavor to read all of the messages, but with thousands of messages pouring in, I calculated, even if I spent like 1 minute per message, it would take me, like a month to reply to everybody. It's just not possible. And then I would not be able to make these videos. I would be on the computer answering all the emails. So what I do, instead of one-to-one emailing, I teach one-to-many. And I know it can be frustrating for people when their answer is, oh, Peggy made a video about that. Please go here and watch it, when you're emailing for an answer. That's how I deliver the information, is through video. There are some written documents, and I do have a lot of written documents. I'm also a writer, and I wrote for many years for health and wellness magazines, all the names that you would know, Women First, and yes, Self magazine, and all of the health and fitness magazines I wrote for. I was a columnist for Clean Eating magazine, and I was also one of their contributing editors. I have done thousands of published magazine articles. So I love to research, I love to write, I love to explain. One of my specialties is called Quit Fighting with Food, so that you can break that emotional grip that food has over you. I'm going to be opening up that program a little bit later, where you can go through it with me step by step. And we talk all about healing the hungry heart, and dealing with self-sabotage, and dealing with sabotage from others, and dealing with cravings, dealing with the holidays. Last year, during all of this, I did a little mini program. I think I'll open that up right away. And I think it was called Stop Stress Eating, because I noticed that I was doing stress eating. I was falling back into those old negative patterns of turning to food for comfort in the midst of all of the stress and strain and tribulations and trials and traumas that were going on all around me. And I went from doing, 2 hours of exercise a day and eating healthy and doing intermittent fasting, which I'd love to tell you all about. And I went to sitting in front of the computer, eating bowls of popcorn and not exercising because the pools were closed. So I created the Stop Stress Eating program. It helped me and many others, and I would love to bring that to you. Then I spent several years on TV as the health and wellness expert for a show called America Now. And a big hello to all of the my TV colleagues that have been jumping on the Healthy American morning, and they told me, Peggy, your shows now are so much better than what you did on TV. And it's like, well, it's because it's more authentic. And when I will do a show about TV and what my experience was like. And I have so many wonderful colleagues. I think in general, in the entertainment industry, my experience, I've never worked in film or anything like that, but in TV, the ones that I worked with, all of these hardworking gig workers that, were hired for each gig at a time, those that put up the lighting and the audio and the producers and the, script editors and all that, they're amazing. And many of them are very conservative, hardworking, independent, minded individuals, not what you would think in the entertainment industry. And I was so pleasantly surprised that there were so many like-minded people that I felt supported by. And then there were the handful of super, people with a different point of view. I'll just put it that way. I welcome all points of view. That's how we learn and grow. But it was a pleasant surprise for me that I was surrounded by so many hardworking, top-notch professionals. I could not believe the level of of standards and quality. They were not just phoning stuff in. They were actually working hard to a high level of capacity. And I have wonderful, fond memories and a couple of surprising things I want to tell you. So that's my background, Jennifer, in terms of how I'm here, what I'm doing, and the value that BioTrust saw in my message. I'm actually honored. There are so many people that are in, YouTube and other platforms sharing their messages as influencers. I didn't start out to do that. I was running these videos for a long, long time. And I actually took many months to review and look into and have several meetings with these individuals to determine whether or not this was a good fit. And the company that runs it all is also a conservative Christian company. I'm not talking about BioTrust, but those that help manage what I'm doing. I'm grateful that they saw value in my message and wanted my lovely audience to know about their products. There you have it. I'm glad you asked. And what I want to do, because we've only got about 10 more minutes, what I want to do is tell you all about, Mama Lula, I really like your comment here. If anyone wants to dive deeper into what Peggy is preaching about choosing positive thinking, she is recommending a book called The Power of Your Subconscious Mind by Dr. Joseph Murphy. Now, I tell you, I am one of those people, you may be like me. I have just read so many books about elevating and improving my outlook on life. And this is actually biblical because it says that we are supposed to take every thought captive and we are supposed to renew, we are supposed to engage in transforming our outlook through the renewal of the mind. And in Philippians, it says to put our mind on everything that is good and pure, and I'm paraphrasing, and positive and uplifting. In other words, focus on the positive. And the book of Ephesians says that we're supposed to expose the evildoers and then leave them behind. Don't consort with them. You expose and you do not have anything to do with the deeds of darkness, but you expose them. You point it out and say, look, stay away, go this way. And then the Bible also says that we are supposed to guard our heart because that's, the heart is where life flows from. And all of these messages have spoken to me deeply. And over my lifetime of growing up in somewhat of a household where there would be criticism and negativity, and I'm sure many of you have had experiences like that, maybe not in your household, had many happy, wonderful memories as well. But I think as children, we are quite sensitive to what others think about us because we are required to rely on adults for our survival certainly until a certain age. And I know some of you were very mature at the age of 5 because you didn't have a parent at home and you were taking care of your younger siblings and you were cleaning and washing and doing things at the age of 5 and maybe working at the age of 8. So everyone has a different life history to bring. And my trajectory of my life really directed me toward consciously thinking about what I'm thinking, consciously acknowledging what I'm feeling. And from a very young age, I have been a person who journals. And so I've been writing about my feelings, my thoughts, my experiences, my dreams, my hopes, my goals, my regrets, my triumphs, my struggles, my successes, all of that I love to write about. And that is a very important tool when you're trying to take control of your mind. Now, what I have on the show for you is the PMO, the Positive Mental Outlook. I've been calling it the Healthy American Attitude to sort of give the nod to my new business here, the Healthy American. So the Healthy American Attitude is one of looking for the positive and not, but also living in the reality of what we are facing. Some people think that positive thinking is all about the denial of reality. I think it's the exact opposite. I'm facing the now. Nobody knows the future. Many of the naysayers have already plotted out their future of negativity. And so that at the end of the day, they can say, see, I knew it would happen like that. Oh, so that's your satisfaction? I would rather live in positivity all the way and at the end say, oh my gosh, I was hoping it would turn out different. That's just me. So, and that's why I'm so glad that you're here. And let's take a couple more moments here to look at your thoughts and your comments here. All right. We've got North Carolina. We've got Monterey. We've got New Jersey, coffee with cream. Mike is in the parking lot of Chick-fil-A in Orange. Oh my gosh, Mike, that is really funny. And okay, I just love having you here. Victoria is fasting today. So that is really interesting, Victoria. We'll be talking about that. In the coming weeks, we'll focus a little bit more on some of our physical upgrades. And if you're interested in that, right now we're talking, well, it's all connected, right? The physical, the emotional, the mental, which is why I was so really indignant a year and a half ago when they said, oh, well, this is for your health and safety. Well, my health and safety is to get in the pool every day. So by you telling me that the pool's closed and I can't go swimming, it's not just my physical health that is suffering. It's my spiritual health, my mental health, my emotional health, my social health. I want to be out and among other people. So how can you say that my health is only to do with my physical body? It's not true. And you know that as well. All right. Richard says, Peggy is too intelligent for government work. You know, Richard, I work for the government at every level. I work for the city government, the county government, the state government, and the federal government. I've got some videos about that. If you guys want to go to peggyhall.tv, that is the private channel. There's a very, very small investment because I have to pay for the service and all of the storage of my videos, and they have a customer service that I pay for. But I'll tell you what, I have a video there that can't be aired on other platforms. And it is, I think, one of my best speeches ever, one of my best talks ever. And I talk all about what happened to me in the government. And that was an address I gave to a group called Orange County We the People. That was a couple of weeks ago. It's very recent. I hope you will watch that. I might be able to share a couple of snippets publicly. Sharon says that I'm sending out strength with these chats. I love having you on the chat, Sharon. It is so fun. I'm not able to respond to everybody as I'm running the video. I do take a couple of minutes after the live stream has ended. So always come back to see if I responded to you. But thank you everybody for giving the thumbs up. That is really working. And we've got Professor PS is here among like-minded people. I love it. Kinsey said it is hard to stay positive right now. And my mom doesn't want to work on the relationship. Oh, Kinsey, my heart goes out to you. Please watch the free 3-part series that I have over at peggyhall.tv. You can get that part for free. And it's called How to Heal Broken Relationships. And I want you to watch that more than once. I want you to watch it again and again, maybe even share it with your mom. Is that legal? Can I cough? Am I going to get a ticket? It's a tickle. Thank you, Rhonda, for being on board. Thank you, DB, my wonderful moderators. And these moderators are here to help direct people to other content, to help answer questions. And I'm not in favor of censorship either. But what I am asking you is to, and you're doing it wonderfully, friends, is to stay on the positive note in the morning. And it's kind of funny. It's like if you go on a live stream show about cooking, but you want to talk about gardening. It's just not the place. So there's a place for everything. And in the afternoon, that's the place for diving in and digging in and rolling up your sleeves. And that's where we'll take care of the remedies about, I'm just going to say, the struggles that you're having in our society, like societal struggles, political issues, current issues, all of that we will handle. So thank you so much, moderators and everybody, for supporting each other. And here we go from So4JTV says Proverbs 12:25, anxiety or worry in a man's heart weighs it down, but a good word, for example, a word of encouragement, makes it glad. And I love that. It says a cheerful heart is like good medicine, and that negativity rots the bones. And it's so interesting that some people have problems in their bones. And I'm not saying it's exactly from your thinking, but we do know that negative thinking causes a cascade of harmful chemicals that can be harmful if they're not released. So adrenaline, cortisol, these things that are sustained in our body can start to harm functions of our body, and that perhaps could delay healing or also bring on other issues. You guys, I have not even gotten to the actual topic of the show today, but you know what? It's kind of a free-for-all Friday. I'm going to start talking. I'm going to christen it the Free-for-all Friday. And what I wanted to do, and I also forgot, you wonderful Healthy Americans have been sending me cards and letters of support. And these letters are incredible. And the cards are beautiful. A couple of days ago, I showed you this beautiful card. I don't know if I have it right on hand at the moment. I want you to go back and see that, please. A handmade beautiful card with the anchor. And I literally have bins and bins of cards that you've been sending me, and your letters, your heartfelt letters. And my goal is to answer every single person. It'll probably take me a year to do so. But what I want to do is share some of your letters, and I'll do it anonymously, but I would love to share your words of encouragement that you've sent to me. I want to share that with others so that they can hear from you as well, because I have not cornered the market on encouragement. That's what you're here for. You're here not only to get support, but to give support. And that is exactly how we are made. We are made to be in fellowship. That is why the evildoers wanted to divide us and isolate us and tell us to stay away and to be wary and afraid of others. And we have to do the exact opposite. We have to connect. And that's the number one principle I have at the Healthy American is connection. And I also did a series of videos on this channel where I talk about connection and how to connect with others. So if you need more ideas, please just scroll through my playlist of videos and you'll see it will say connection, how to connect with others. And then the second thing is education, being educated, educating yourself on how to do things differently, on how to survive. Oh my gosh, I've got a class on prepping. My husband and I are reading books about foraging for wild weeds in the wild, in case we need to do that, raising chickens, putting in a garden. You can actually grow a garden in your house. You can grow potatoes in plastic buckets right in your bedroom if you want to. So regardless of your living situation, you have a way to grow food, to have seeds, to store seeds, to sprout seeds. So I always love to learn. I love education. I love being an educator, and I love learning from you as well. So education to me is number two, and they're not ranked. It's just these are equally important principles in my mind. And the other important principle that I focus on is action, which is why I'm doing this show. It's not enough to complain and say, oh my gosh, I wish these evildoers would stop pulling us underwater. It's like, hey, let's do something. Let's talk about remedies. Let's get together. Let's have activities. And remember, your action matters regardless of the results. And I'm going to be talking about that a little bit later today. I really want to focus on helping this specific Healthy American who has been such a cheerleader for our community. He has started a Telegram channel called Fully Immunized, or it might be a WhatsApp. I'm not sure. You can email support@thehealthyamerican.org if you're interested. But in fact, this is actually only for people that have gone through our concierge program, because we want you to have the foundation of what you're learning. It's very difficult to start from scratch with every new person, which is why we created the program. So I want you to dive in, learn the program, and then, but if you need extra support, just watch all of the free videos. Everything is there. Everything that I teach in the concierge program is available to you for free. The only difference is in the concierge program, I'm there live and we can interact, and Pastor David is there, and I can share information and you can connect with others. But if you just need that, I don't want you to invest a penny if you don't have a penny to invest. Please repeat after me. I can get everything for free, and I want you to do so. I actually opened up a previously paid for class called Freedom Learning. It's the mini course, and I actually have to just embed that on the website. But we started our class called Freedom Learning. And for those of you that want the information for free, I also want to give that to you at no cost. I don't want you donating to the Healthy American if you don't have a penny to spare. Please keep your pennies. That's why I have my sponsors at BioTrust. And I'm so grateful for all of you being on board. Now, I realize I actually did not get to the topic at hand today, so I'm going to leave that for Monday. I'm going to leave you hanging. I am going to give you a little sneak preview there because I love that. Daring says, Virginia loves you. I love Virginia. It's called the Healthy American because we have Americans only all over this country, from all over this country, but from countries all over the world. And I love that. We've got people from the Netherlands, from the UK, a lot from Australia, South Africa, New Zealand, Germany, Norway. We've got people from all different countries, and I love that because the American spirit is what I talk about in the Healthy American. It is a spirit of freedom, of liberty, of justice, and that is what I am fighting for and defending by helping educate everybody about your rights. Sharon says, I'm sending out strength with your chats. Thank you, Sharon. I love having you on board. You are also a regular, and a big thank you to everyone. Oh, I like this. Sharon says, action and motion changes emotion. I've got an upcoming PMO that I'm going to share with you, which is all about action. Yes, action precedes. Well, I'm going to leave that. I'm also going to give you a little curiosity there. I'm going to talk about how you need to take action before you feel motivated to do so. Action precedes motivation. And you're so right. It does change the way you feel. And S Spirit wants to know, how do I sign up for the concierge program? That is over here. We will take a look-see, and that is over at, let me share my screen, and there we all are. And here is how to get the religious exemption. And so you are going to sign up right here under religious exemptions on the website, put in thehealthyamerican.org, go on religious exemptions. And I would sign up right now, friends, because October has just begun and you can sign up. I give you all the free stuff. Look at all the, you can get answers to all these questions for free if you want to. I've got 30 questions that I answer in an actual concierge call that you get for free. And then if you want to join us, it's right here, concierge package, click to order. And that is our next class is tomorrow. And we've got, I think altogether about 9 classes. We've already had 2, but they all are recorded for you. So I hope that you will do that. It is an investment. And I realize that is, that's why we have 2 options. We have the paid professional services, because that's what I do. I'm a consultant. And then we've got all the free stuff. So you can start with that free stuff, see if you need more. If you want to join us, it is so much fun. And Pastor David is with me. And it's like, I'm like, oh my gosh, sweetheart, everybody, they all want to see you. They don't even really want to see me. They're here to see Pastor David. So it's a lot of fun because he is just a godly man. You feel better just being in his presence. He prays for you. He talks about the whole attack that we're having against our faith and why it's so important for you to stand. It's not even about your freedom. It's about your faith. It's about your soul, that the evildoers want to separate you from God. And so we help to give you that spiritual support and encouragement. And so love, love, love to have you on board. What I want to do is give you a little sneak peek. See what these are? You guys say, yeah, there's a little dirt on it. I have that there for a reason. And can you see what these are? Right? Can you put that in a comment there? Do you see what those are? I'm going to talk about this on Monday. Yes, I'm going to leave you hanging until Monday. I want everybody to tune in, and I want to explain exactly how this item brought me so much peace of mind. It helped my heart begin to heal, and it helped me get over a great deal of loss. And I was dancing around the edges of regret, and it really helped me. And I want to hear all about your stories as well. So let me get back onto the stream as we are, these live shows are getting longer and longer. And my wonderful editor, Emma, that I want to give a shout out to, she helps upload all of these videos to all of the channels. I'm on Rumble, I'm on Telegram, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook, I'm on BitChute, I'm on Brighteon, I'm on peggyhall.tv, and I'm here 2 channels on YouTube. And I just want to thank all of you. And Emma said, oh, Peggy, I love when the shows run long. I said, I really want them up to be about 25 minutes. She said, oh, no, I love when they're longer, because then I can, if I do the replay, I can listen. I don't have to queue up another video. So thank you so much, everybody. And yes, Amy, these are wings, aren't they? These are wings. And Mama Lula says a cliffhanger. I can't wait. Yes, we are at Beach Church the first Sunday of every month. Thank you, Rhonda, for the reminder. And that will be the first Sunday of the month. So look forward to November. I'm filming this in October. It's 11 a.m. in San Clemente. It is where you can see me in person, live. Pastor David preaches. We go out to lunch afterwards. A lot of you join us. It is our monthly get together. And if you are looking for that connection, that spiritual support, and you know, it's not, I also, Pastor David is right here. Pastor David, come here for a second. I'm going to pull him away from his work of helping all of you with your religious exemptions. I just want you to hop on. I know, totally off the cuff. And let me bring you on board here for the Healthy American. And okay. Yeah, and if you sit back there, your face won't be so big. Now, for some reason, when he comes on this screen, it makes his face pink. His face is not pink. His face is the same color as mine. Maybe you need to be closer. No, that's pinker. I think the camera is just grabbing this light behind us or something. But anyway, Pastor David is in the pink, and he is. I am. Would you tell them about what goes on in what goes on in Beach Church?
Oh, yeah. So it's our time to have fellowship with you in person. I preach a brief sermon. There we go. And then Peggy will speak. And then typically we have a third speaker. Lately it's been Paul, who is, he's really great about reminding us about how speaking about socio-political things from the pulpit is something that is historically what this country has been about. It's not anathema to Christians or the church. And we really like it when he's down here speaking with us. Hopefully he'll be there at next Beach Church. It's a time to have fellowship, meet other people, like-minded people. The lunch is great fun. Usually about a third of the people at the beach meet us there. If you can, it's there in San Clemente as well. So just a short mile or two down the road. And it's just a wonderful time. And we, of course, love to meet many of you for the first time in person. Many of you are part of my ministry. And the more of you I meet in person, well, it's just extra cherry on top for me. So I hope you can make it down there. It's always a lot of fun. You'll hear the gospel of Jesus Christ from me. You'll hear Peggy speak and or rant, depending on how the Holy Spirit takes her that day. And we're just grateful for all of you. We thank you, and we thank you for your prayers.
What if they're not Christian?
Then I really want you there. There's no place I'd rather have you be than at our beach church, listening to my sermon, listening to Peggy. You are very, very, very welcome. We have many people there of other faiths, other beliefs, and you're very welcome. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah. Okay. And we're going to be tomorrow morning. We'll be doing our at 8:30 in the morning. Oh my gosh, I'm going to have to get up early.
My gosh.
I might be a little bleary eyed. We have got so much going on, and our days are filled with creating these resources for everyone to fight tyranny on the job, in the colleges, at the medical centers. And I want everybody to know that if you are struggling right now, if you click under what I would do is go under free documents and help. Now, this is just to get you, actually, this is more about stores and all of that, but I want you to read all of this information about your rights. There's so much there. And religious persecution letter, you really need to read this. Okay. Letter to lawmakers rejecting knees.
And what tab was this under again?
This is under free documents, right?
Okay.
Here you go. Print this out. Take it with you. I have, and I've made these. I actually don't have a graphic artist. I'm the graphic artist. I'm running the website. So we are doing it all. I want you to read all about religious persecution. Here, I downloaded it. You can use it. You can create it. I'm using the laws in California. I'm sure it's opening here somewhere on my desktop.
Yeah, that's your weekend homework if you haven't already. Just
and
go through these tabs and documents.
Yes.
And arm yourself, right? That's your part of putting on the whole armor of God is, we have to do our part too. So this is arming yourself for battle. And we thank you for being in the battle, because you're fighting this fight. You're fighting it for the Lord as well as yourself. And that's vital and important. And we sincerely thank you for that.
Yes, we've got all this information, medical rights, employee rights. These are classes now. So these are things that if you wanted to invest, it's $29. That helps our business keep going. I feel like I talked about money a lot today. I don't even want to talk about that. But the reason why is I am very aware. I am very aware of those who are struggling, who are about to lose their jobs. So we want to make all of those materials available for free. Now, the reason why we don't just put on the website like a sample religious exemption form is you need to know how to drive before we give you the keys to the car. And what you're getting from us is not a letter. You're not even getting documents when you invest. What are they getting from us? You're
getting an education. Really, you're getting kind of the counsel from me, education from Peggy, and you're sort of getting the handbook, right? The driver's guide before you get in the car. And we've formed this and crafted it over a year. And so it has changed as times have changed, and as the enemy has changed their tactics, we've changed along with it to give you the most up-to-date information and help that we can. So it's really important. It is a process, and we ask that you go with that process to make everything we give you more effective.
Thank you so much, Pastor David. This was another record time. Isn't he lovely?
Isn't she lovely?
But you're so pink. I don't know why.
I don't know.
we have to fix the
okay.
We have to fix the color on the screen here. All right.
Hope to see you all at Beach Church, and look forward to meeting you one way or the other, phone, internet, or in person. That'd be great. God bless you all and keep you. Have a great day and weekend. And
see you tomorrow morning on the Concierge Call.
All right. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sweetheart. All right. Well, that was totally off the cuff. I caught him off guard. It's anyway. Thank you. Aya says that she shares our ministry with all that she knows. And she also got the exemption for this, and for this. Now, I do want to leave on a positive note. And what I would, the phrase that I'm going to use today, because I have such a jam-packed weekend coming up, and I'm going to use, for me, I'm going to choose the phrase, I will handle whatever comes up. I will handle whatever comes up. I will handle whatever comes up so that I don't have to live in the future. I can just live right now, knowing that, you know what, whatever comes up, I'll face it then. I told you, wonderful, healthy Americans, that I have been in the health and wellness industry for many years, and I have done many, many health retreats. I've done women retreats and surfing retreats and healthy living and detox retreats and all sorts of wonderful things that all got shut down when all this hogwash got sloshed over us a year and a half ago. I was actually just about to have this wonderful spiritual retreat here in, actually, it was going to be in Southern California, and it was going to be at a wonderful, not a monastery, but one of the California missions where you actually go and stay. And I was creating this with a lovely dear friend of mine, Christina, who I hope that we will be collaborating in the future. And I was so disappointed that this got put on hold, because it's what I love doing more than anything. And I look forward to the day. Let me know in a comment if you would love to be on a retreat with me in person in some lovely area. Now, it needs to be within driving distance for me, because you know I cannot get on a flight. I have been invited to speak all over the country. I just had to turn down this huge event that's coming up in Utah that has all of the prominent freedom fighters being there. And it's like, I can't fly. I cannot find a flight where I can fly without bowing to evil. I will not do it. And I'm not putting any judgment on anyone else who decides to do that. And I know there are many in the freedom movement that do put on the scam, and they say, well, I have to do it. Well, that's their choice to do it. You don't have to do it. And I don't have to do it because I'm not going to do it. So the point being, I can run something within, you know, like a day's driving distance. So that would be most likely in California, in Southern California. And let me know if you would love to be a part of this retreat. We need to find a place where we can operate in freedom, and we learn about healthy living, healthy thinking, healthy exercise, healthy eating, healthy movement, and all of that would be an opportunity to take time to heal emotionally, physically, mentally from all of this oppression that we've been going through. Friends, that's exactly what they want. They want you to give up. They want you to, it's like a psychological war. They want you to be so despairing that you're like, well, I have no other choice but to comply. No, I never will. Do not give in, give up, or give over. I never will. I never have. I am willing to pay the ultimate sacrifice, and that may happen. And I will be honoring God by doing so. And we want to be together and uplift each other and encourage each other. So the reason I'm telling you this is that one of the last retreats that I did before all of this happened, it was in San Clemente, and we were having a surf retreat and healthy living. It was awesome. And the group that we had was, interestingly, normally I have men and women, and normally I would say like between the ages of maybe 35 to 55. There's no age limit. I've had those as young as 18, and I've had a 78-year-old. So I do not even go by age. When somebody asks me, Peggy, how old are you? I say, I'm the perfect age for this stage of life. I'm the perfect age right now for this stage of life. I'm as old as I've ever been. I'm as young as I'll ever be. And it's just, every age has its beauty. And I love every age. I embrace every age. So I'm not putting an age limit. But in this particular retreat, we had somewhat of a younger group, I would say between maybe 25 and 40. And it was a fun, different kind of energy. But I'll tell you what, we had a little upset, quite a big upset in the middle of this, where one of the lovely gals that had signed on to help, there was an episode and she no longer was there, which meant everything that she was doing, which was the shopping and the cooking and the cleanup, the preparation of the meals, all the logistics, that all fell to me. And some of the other, I had a couple other gals that were helping me, and they said, oh my gosh, Peggy, what are you going to do? And I said, I will handle whatever comes up. They couldn't believe. And again, they were younger, so they didn't have the years of life experience knowing that you can handle whatever comes up. And I was a cool cucumber. I was a cool customer. And I was just standing in my faith. And I thought, you know what? I will handle whatever comes up. I'm not going to think about what if I can't buy the food? What if I'm not there on time? What if it's too much? What if I'm too tired? No, I'm not going to think about any of that. I will handle whatever comes up. So if it comes up that I have to leave here and go there, I will handle it. And maybe one of you can step in and help me out. And as it turned out, it was lovely. It all turned out fine. Was it the way I wanted it to be? No, it might have been even better. And that's what I want to talk about on Monday, is how sometimes, I'm just about to wrap up because I know Pastor David has a word for me here. Oh my gosh, you guys, this is a record. Are you kidding? We're streaming for almost an hour. You guys are awesome. I love it. It's fun. It's Friday, the Friday free for all, the Friday fun day. And I had an amazing time in this retreat. Was it the way I had planned it to be? No. Was it worse than it should have been? How do I know that? We didn't even go down that path. It probably was the best thing that could ever have happened. I knew that I could rely on myself. I knew that I would handle whatever came up. Everybody was aware of the situation. We all banded together and it turned out great. So on Monday, I'm going to talk about how sometimes we think that the path not chosen was better. We sort of default to that, don't we? Oh, it would have been better if I had kept that job. It would have been better if I didn't move. It would have been better if my kids didn't do this or that. No, I'm going to leave you with these wings, and they're a special kind of wing. And I'm going to tell you exactly what happened to me with these. And that will be, stay tuned for Monday. And I keep it in this little heart-shaped dish that a friend gave me. And it's a very important aspect of my life. And I look at that and it reminds me to not default to the path not chosen as always being better. We don't know that. We don't know that. So thank you, everybody. Oh my gosh, we've got our regulars, our Healthy American regulars here. Would you bring a friend next time to the show? We're here every Monday, 10 a.m. It's usually about 10:05 by the time everything is streaming and we get up and running. And then 3 p.m., Peggy to the rescue. I do need to let you know, today, I'm just losing my voice because I've been doing nonstop talking, and we did our Freedom Learning class yesterday, kicked off. If you're interested in that, go to Freedom Learning on the website. The live stream today at 3 is going to be operating as a premiere. And what that means is it is going to be a pre-recorded show, but it is going to air live. So the live chat will be available. You'll be able to interact with each other as you're watching the show. So it will say premiere at 3 p.m. Pacific. And that's because I have another conflicting requirement and obligation at that hour. But I will be with you tomorrow morning, 8:30 Pacific time. All times are Pacific for the Concierge program. Please hop on board with us. We would love to have you, and your help helps us keep going. And we are planning on our freedom centers, and that helps fund that. And until now, I just want to say, I thank you. I love you. God loves you. And it is so awesome to be together here. I will see you 3 o'clock and this afternoon. And then I will also see you Monday, 10 a.m. for the Healthy American Morning. Love to have you, everybody. Remember, you can handle